Hello, so here's Ham's video. So I wanted to film kind of a progress report. So this is when we first started. I have pulled out some peanut butter and Ham initially liked it. So as I was getting everything set up for filming, he kind of sat by the door, just kind of like a lonely little sad fox. So then I gave him some treats and he licked it. And then I was like, okay, let's go. And I needed to have a slip leash to help him. Yep, we can do this. I'm a safe person. He's always really skittish with me to start. By the end, we warm up and he's more interested and focused. And again, that very first day, he wanted nothing to do with me. No treats, no attention. Just he was like, no, this is a hard no. So this is already an improvement from that very first day. But you can kind of see where he's still very hesitant with me. Now, what I'm doing here is called name game. So that's where I'm going to call his name. He's going to come sit in front of me and look, and he's going to get rewarded. And then I walk away and do it again. What's really neat about this is you can see, even just in a short period, his progression of, ooh, I like this, and ooh, I can do this. And his willingness to ask and do the things that I'm asking, hey, can you sit? And he's like, yep, I got this. Not a problem. So that progression is beautiful. We want to see that. And this is something that you can integrate in your daily life. So again, eye contact, quick second, he sits, and yes, good boy. And then off you go to do something else. The biggest thing with this, and I'll have more details with you in a little bit about how to reinforce name game, but the idea is that it's engagement. All we really want from Ham is that he sits and he gives me eye contact. He sits and he focuses. Hey, what's next? What's the next part we're going to do? When you have that engagement, that's what breaks through reactivity. That's what breaks through crazy excitable dog. This is the foundation for everything. Now, I am using peanut butter to give him that positive reinforcement, but we'll tear that down into lesser treats so it's not so high in calories and value, but we really can make it easier. Now, I am luring him onto our place cot. Each time I do this, he gets a little bit better and a little bit stronger, where he easily put his first 2 feet on it, and it takes me a second to get his back legs on it. Beforehand, it was just getting his front feet on it, and being willing to do that. So I want you to take note of how we eventually get him to do a sit. He'll place, dogs learn 3-dimensionally, so he's going to learn that this is Dog Island, and I don't get off Dog Island until I'm released by set command. At the end of this, you're going to see us doing the work in the lobby. And he specifically hates it when it's up against a wall, but what's in the middle where there's nothing around it, he's a lot more comfortable with it. So this is what we talk about in thresholds: distance, distraction, duration, and environments. The more that we build these different thresholds, the more he'll have the opportunity to do these skills. Now, right here, I'm sitting down and working on just attention seeking behaviors. Can I pet him? Can he take treats from me? This is just a little bit of the bonding and a little bit of work of, hey, I'm going to make myself less of a threat and it's going to be a lot calmer. Also, building predictability with Ham, especially when he's nervous, teaching him that every time that you have a little bit of trust or you are willing to try something else, I'm going to return it back in kind. Dogs that have this, even if they come from the most pampered, spoiled puppy life, it's something within the genetics, it's something within the breed. It can also be something that just comes innate with him, and it's building up that confidence inside of him. It's not uncommon to have dogs, especially if it almost looks like he has part Shiba in him. Certain traits from certain breeds can cause this nervousness or this hesitation. So teaching him, hey, here's how we work through it, is going to help him a lot. Now, here's my sad attempt. I kept this in here. Here's my sad attempt to try to get him to play with toys and play with the flirt pole. Now, he was definitely interested in it. And there's moments where we're like, oh, maybe we've got it. And he was like, no. You want me to chase that? Haha, you're funny. No. Now, this is a snippet about halfway through the day of us doing some leash work. It's so hot outside. I can't do my normal walks. So I like to go back and I use the whole facility as like basically a giant racetrack. Now, for the purpose of this video, I just filmed this little section and I stayed back and forth of it so you can actually see what we do. But we go all the way around and do figure eights in the daycare area and the kennel area and the lobby area. And every time we come into a door, he has to sit and focus. And anytime we see any distractions, it's, hey, I need you to focus with me. Now, he really, really, really hates the wet floor signs. And so what we practiced was every time he looked at it or walked past it without freaking out, he got a reward. Every time that we sit next to it and he's calm, he got a reward. And right there, that's where we just redirected. Good boy. And I'm rewarding him every time he's right next to me. I'll share this information again in a little bit. We're still learning it, so I want him to understand it a little bit more before I send you, hey, this is what I want you to practice at home with. But you can kind of see he's starting to get it. Now, this last little bit is when we worked on place in the lobby. So I want to show you what overloading a dog looks like. This right here. This is Ham saying no. A really, really hard no, and maybe with some expletives. So it's all about offering him the opportunity when he tells you no. Okay, let's try it a little bit differently. This way I try to lure him on in a more relaxed spot. And when he gave me that no that second time, it was, all right, dude, I'm not going to push you. So I pulled the place caught out and he was like, I'll think about it. So then I was able, after a little bit of coaching, to get him up on there. And as soon as he was up on there and he had that pause command, then I was able to release him and he got to come off of it. And then we did basically a series of rinse and repeat, going on and then off, going on and then off, building his confidence that, hey, this is only for a temporary time. And what we did in the training room is going to be something that we do in the lobby. As we build this up, then we can work on his reactivity with any dogs or people or his barkiness. All of that can come into play when he's on the place cot, because, hey, I know I'm safe on Dog Island. And that's what we reward. But you can kind of see the difference of those skills. Now, there's a few more minutes of this, of our practice working on place, and especially with some duration and distractions. But let me know if you have any questions. And this is kind of a breakdown and snippet of what we're working on, just to teach him those core skills and building up his own internal confidence.